Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Plymouth Regional High School for today's NHIAA Division II matchup as the 0-5 Kingswood Knights take on your 2-3 Plymouth Bobcats. I'm Elliot Miller alongside Dan Salzer as we welcome you inside today's coverage on Penny Baker TV and Granite State Sports Network. And Dan, this Plymouth team looking very similar to last year. What do you think they need to do tonight to stop this Kingswood Knights team?
Well, you look at Plymouth, not a lot of height on their roster going into this season, coming off of that close 34-29 low-scoring loss here at home against Kennett a couple of days ago back on Friday night. Off of that, the win beforehand here at home against Milford, 55-33. So you've got that confidence going into the game. You can know you can play with the big teams in Division II, and it's how you can come out against a very quick Kingswood team that, because of their situation, as you mentioned, 0-5 going into tonight, are looking for some kind of explosive play and a lot of speed against this short stature of this Bobcat side. You look at Plymouth, and it's a team, talking with head coach Dave Levesque, really needing to play great defense and limit fouls if they're going to come away with a victory here at home and cap off this long four-game homestand here in January. You've got to use all five and rebound because of that lack of height, and then you really have to play the full 32 minutes. This is a side that hasn't really put a whole game together. It's that coaching concept you always hear. You want to play the full game. It's not just one quarter, it's not just one half, and it's going to be kind of a run and gun, and who has the endurance down the stretch. Biggest thing for Plymouth, they're going to focus on the likes of the captain and the forward here tonight, number 11, and Grace Saunders for Kingswood Regional, as she is that top player and is going to be strong inside the paint. You've got to have that full court press to start and put Kingswood under pressure if you're going to have a chance here this evening.
You mentioned playing all 32 minutes. The Bobcat team had a tough loss in Laconia, Dave Levesque's home school, as we know. So that was a tough one. And if they can put together a full game tonight, I don't see why they can't come away from a win. We'll be right back on Penny Baker TV and Granite State Sports Network after your starting lineups.
Here at Plymouth Regional High School, we understand what an honor it is for student athletes to represent their schools and towns. Please be positive in every aspect of the game with sportsmanship from players, coaches, and fans. A couple of reminders before the start of tonight's game. Smoking and the use of tobacco of any kind is prohibited in the school building and on all school grounds. In case of an emergency, please leave through the closest emergency exit. Thank you and enjoy the game. Now let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First, for the visiting Knights, number 2, Alexis Kopp. Number 3, Anna Ekstrom. Number 11, Grace Saunders. Number 12, Annalise Cataldo. And number 21, Katie Shannon. Kingswood is coached by Marty Garabedian. Now let's hear it for your home, Plymouth Bobcats. Starting at guard, number 3, Amanda Doherty. At forward, number 33, Molly Edmark. At forward, number 31, Elena Manson. At guard, number 10, Gwen Merrifield. And at guard, number 23, Jordan Levesque. Plymouth is coached by Dave Levesque. The officials working tonight's game are Mr. Shane Searles and Mr. Bob Salome. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the playing of our national anthem by the Plymouth Regional High School Pep Band under the direction of Mr. William Gunn.
And welcome back here to Plymouth Regional High School as we are just about set to get underway as the Plymouth Regional Bobcats wearing their white uniforms and Kingswood will be in green. And Dan, any last thoughts before we get started here?
Just look for this one to be a very fast-paced game for Plymouth. That's something they're going to want to do. Expect them to start out maybe a half-court, if not three-quarter press, or even more as this game goes on, and really put Kingswood in pressure. Kingswood just has to be under control, move the ball efficiently, and get these easy shots inside the arch.
And Merrifield stands in the circle alongside Grace Saunders. And Plymouth wins the tip-off. Going left to right on your screen, Levesque, top of the arc. She makes an early drive, layup, and banks it in.
It's a great move there for Levesque. She saw the lane open and just drove to the hole.
Plymouth playing that press right off the bat. Having some trouble to get it off. Saunders back over to Catalando. Top of the arc, looking for a pass, has no one open. Goes to the corner, finds someone. Nice little dish under the basket. Almost lost control of it. Back out to the top of the arc and gets a shot off and just in. 2 points right there for Catalado.
It's a good move there for Catalano with pressure in there and having the strength with a hand of the defender on the ball to get that off the glass and in. That's how you got to beat the man-to-man, is a lot of off-the-ball movement and working down towards the baseline.
Jordan Levesque taking control of this Plymouth offense. Long pass to the corner. Tried to find Doherty, but she steps out of bounds.
Yeah, tough play. Just didn't recognize where the positioning was in the corner of the court. Unlucky turnover early on, but the Bobcats coming out strong and aggressive here in the opening seconds.
Shannon taking control for the Knights. She finds herself with a shot opportunity and airballs it. And Edmark on the rebound, breaks through two girls and is stripped. And Kingswood will recover. Ball up in the air. Kingswood with another shot opportunity, and they look to reset. In the corner, Kingswood gets a shot off, and that'll be in for two. Right off the bat, Ekstrom. Nice mid-range shot right there.
Yeah, previous possession for her, she was actually blocked there by Amanda Doherty on that shot.
Doherty in the corner, in and out for Doherty, and Elena Manson with the rebound. It'll go out, and a Plymouth ball it will be.
Look for Manson down low, boxing out, getting that offensive board, using that strength inside the paint.
Manson and Merrifield are the two biggest girls on this Plymouth team. Levesque gets it into Edmark in the corner. Long pass over to Doherty. She takes a long three and just misses. Manson with the rebound, but it'll go out of bounds. Kingswood ball.
Love that skip pass there from Doherty going near side for her sister and having that shot just inside the wing. Good opportunity there for the Bobcats.
Shannon taking control for the Knights again. Finds Catalano.
See Plymouth sticking in that man-to-man here half court, nearly getting the turnover.
He's playing some tight defense right now. Almost got a turnover there. Some sloppy passes by Kingswood early on. In the paint, and Levesque comes up with the strip. Able to get some space. She takes the ball up court. Finds Doherty in the corner. She takes another three, and just off the rim. Kingswood with a quick break. 1v2, gets the shot off, and it'll be good. Kingswood finds themselves with a 4-point lead with 5:37 left to go in the first.
It's just good awareness to break up. Plymouth a little slow to get back defensively.
Long pass by Levesque. Edmark with the mid-range. No good. They get the rebound. Doherty fakes the three. It'll be a foul.
Yeah, blocking foul here on Kingswood. It's going to be that of Alexis Cope.
Levesque will inbound it for the Bobcats. Long pass to Edmark at the top of the arc. She finds Levesque back in the corner. She takes the three, and no good. Kingswood with another rebound. Plymouth shooting the three ball early tonight. Kingswood on the break, and foul by Molly Edmark. As Anna Ekstrom will go to the line for the first two shots from the charity stripe tonight.
Calling on Molly Doherty there, that first personal foul, team's first on that bump with a blocking foul. Thank you for correcting me there. Appreciate it. My notes are wrong. It is Edmark.
And she missed her first one and will make the second one. Plymouth down early. Herman Sandu in the game now. Levesque in the corner makes a nice move, mid-range shot, and banks it in for two. Nice little move there by Jordan Levesque. Shannon taking it for the Knights again at the top of the arc. Finds Catalotto. She makes a move to the corner, and it will be a travel call on Catalotto.
Tough one there for Kingswood. It looked like there was some contact, if not a tie-up on the baseline.
Another long pass by Levesque, and Merrifield gets a shot off, and she'll go to the line for two. Right there you see Jordan Levesque really liking to get the ball up court quickly. She's a fan of those long passes. Can be dangerous at times, though.
Cataldo will pick up her first personal foul, team second.
And Merrifield misses her first one. Foul shots are key in the game of basketball, as it can make the difference at the end of the night. Plymouth down by 3 early on. And Merrifield will make her second, 1 for 2 on the night for the Bobcats. Intercepted by Levesque. She makes the shot, and no good. It'll be a Bobcat ball, though. Quick reaction there by Jordan Levesque to get in front of that pass.
It's that full court press, putting Kingswood under a lot of pressure early on here in the first.
Levesque in the corner takes the shot. Air balls. Sandu can't get the rebound, and they'll dish it out to Ekstrom. Fast break, 1v1. She takes a mid-range and misses. Sandu with the rebound. She'll give it to Levesque, who resets.
So I just said Kingswood just kind of settle down a little bit more, try to use off-the-ball movement there.
Right there, nice drive by Levesque. Looks like she drew an offensive foul there. Two subs coming in. It looks like sophomores. Erilyn Scroggins and Olivia Homer will come on. Levesque over to Doherty. Top of the arc, finds Levesque on the wing. Back up to the top. Homer, an excellent sophomore. Saw her on the varsity squad last year. Plymouth not afraid to shoot the three, but being very patient here.
Yeah, Kingswood staying in that 2-3 zone right now, trying to force Plymouth to the perimeter.
Aggressive pass by Doherty, and a double dribble by Herman Sandu. Another Plymouth turnover.
I like what Plymouth's doing. They're working into that left corner along the baseline. That's how you beat a zone, is you can get behind it on baseline. It makes it an easier lane to the basket.
Still playing a tough press. Homer playing excellent defense right now on Bonneau. Into the corner, nice pass into the paint for Kingswood. And right there, Rachel Bonneau banking it in off the glass. Long pass by Levesque again to Doherty. She has some trouble with it and will step out of bounds. It's another Plymouth turnover.
Again, like Plymouth coming out aggressive on that counterattack, but Bonneau there inside the paint, all sorts of skill, keeping the dribble, getting square to shot. That's what's been key here for both teams in the first.
Rachel Bonneau taking control for the Knights. She makes a drive towards the net and will be fouled. We'll go to the line for two.
Yeah, just tough defense there. Believe it was Scroggins, number 32. Just not moving the feet, just putting the arm up in the way. It is her first. Just a tough foul there for Plymouth.
And Bonneau will make her first one. Bobcats are 2 for 3 so far from the charity stripe. And she misses her second. Sandu fighting for the ball, and it will be a jump ball. Possession is in favor of Kingswood.
Still plenty of time, though, Elliot. 3:29 to go here in the first. Bobcats only trailing by 5.
Tough defense by Plymouth, and it still will be a Kingswood ball as that one rolled out of bounds. Sandu on the strip.
God, just good timing, just waiting for that ball to be presented to her to knock it free.
Nice block shot right there. Looks like that was Scroggins again. And another inbound for the Knights. Into the corner. Plymouth playing some tough and tight defense tonight. Intercepted by Levesque. 1v2 for Levesque. She drives to the basket, goes up and is fouled. And she'll go to the line for two. Levesque playing some very smart defense. Another intercepted pass for her, her second, and it's just very early on. See if she can make it a 3-point game right here for the Bobcats.
Yes. Coop picks up her second personal foul. Just awareness there by the junior to feel the contact, go up for the shot to make sure she goes to the line.
Levesque, although just a junior, a very experienced varsity player. This is her third year in the starting lineup. Same thing can be said for Merrifield. And Levesque misses. And it will be Kingswood. Nice job keeping it in bounds there was Alexis Kopp. And she has it on the wing, and it will be a travel. A lot of turnovers here early on in this one.
Yeah, both teams just trying to settle in here this evening, and Kopp just forgetting about which pivot foot it was and walking on that far side. But she'll settle down as her team's been leading all the way so far.
Olivia Homer taking control for the Bobcats. Over to Riley Keefe in the game now, another sophomore. Homer on the wing, tries to make a move, looking for a pass. Can't find anyone. And another intercepted pass for the Knights. Plymouth, a lot of turnovers early on.
Yeah, that's because Kingswood's gone to a man-to-man defense here, and Plymouth just wasn't ready to adjust on that offense in the last time up the court.
Looks like it will be a foul on Plymouth. Another inbound in the Plymouth zone for the Knights. Right there, shot by Bonneau. Homer taking it up court over to Levesque. She shoots the three and just off the rim. Battling for it is Homer, but Ekstrom comes up with it, and Levesque making the save for Plymouth again.
Ekstrom just getting a little bit too much of a touch on it. Levesque there to snag that one away in the backcourt.
Keefe at the top of the key. Over to Levesque. Good job to position her hands. Takes the shot, and no good. Plymouth struggling shooting tonight. Homer in the corner, looking for a pass. Finds Sandu in the paint, tries to make a move, finds Homer in the corner. And it'll be a 3-second violation on the Bobcats as they look a little bit off tonight. Another sub, looks like Elena Manson will come back in for Erilyn Scroggins, along with Molly Edmark and Gwen Merrifield.
Yeah, you see that Grace Saunders trying to get a little aggressive there against Levesque, trying to get that turnover, trying to force something to happen. Team only up by 4.
Kingswood being very patient tonight. They have a 4-point lead, and another missed shot right there.
Talda with a great screen setting up that shot attempt from the right side.
Levesque finds Edmark in the corner and passes just out of her reach. Another turnover in the Kingswood zone. Doherty checks in for Levesque. Levesque playing excellent defense tonight, struggling a little bit on the offensive side. You could say that for the Plymouth team in general. Ekstrom fakes a drive. Gets it back in the corner. Almost tripped herself up there. And there'll be a foul on Elena Manson.
Yeah, tough one for Manson. Just couldn't get her feet planted trying to drive, but it was a good awareness coming in there for Ekstrom, driving baseline to draw that foul.
See if Ekstrom can extend the Knights' lead, and she will. So that one bounced around before going in.
It's now 2 for 3 from the free throw line here this evening.
Takes her second one and misses. Merrifield missed the rebound. Knights get it back. Baseline. Back out. Doherty playing tough defense. And Bonneau. And she'll dish it over to Catalotto. Banks it in for 2 points for the Knights. Just under a minute here. Bobcats down 13-6. Edmark finds Manson, top of the key. Finds Merrifield in the paint, and she banks it in. Plymouth back on the board, 13-8. Just over 40 seconds here in the first quarter.
Great work from Merrifield, getting the right angle inside the paint for that easy layup, her first points tonight.
Catalotto drives and misses. Rebound, gets her own offensive rebound. And right there, 2 misses in a row for Grace Sanders. Homer comes up with it. Taking control for the Bobcats now. Merrifield in the corner. Moves into the paint. Back out top to Doherty. She takes the three. No good. Plymouth struggling from behind the arc tonight. Another turnover for the Bobcats. Ekstrom drives. And it will be a foul on the Bobcats, it looks like.
Yeah, it's Olivia Homer picking up the foul there, the little arm bar in the back, trying to recover defensively. It's the 5th foul on Plymouth here in the first.
Under 10 seconds. Knights with the ball in the corner. In the paint, she goes up and no good. Homer with the ball, and that will be the buzzer. After one, Plymouth finds themselves down 13-8 here on Pemmy Baker TV and the Granite State Sports Network. And welcome back to Plymouth Regional High School as the Bobcats find themselves down by 5 to the 0-5 Kingswood Knights. And Dan, what did you see in the first quarter that the Bobcats have to improve on to get themselves this win at home tonight?
Just got to be a little bit cleaner. You got to prevent the fouls. You had 5 in the first. You still have 5 now going in, so it's going to be bonus time coming up soon for Kingswood. If you can control inside the paint, not reach in, get your feet planted, you're going to have a better second quarter.
Doherty with the ball now. She drives, and it will be, looks like a push on the Knights.
They're going to call it on Junior and Allison Drew, her first, just into the game for the first time, coming in out of the break to start the second quarter.
Levesque will inbound it for the Bobcats. Finds Doherty in the corner. Likes to shoot the 3 ball. And her pass is tipped and intercepted right there by the Knights on a quick drive. Good passing right there. And it is stripped right there by Merrifield. And Bobcats will have another offensive opportunity. Levesque driving. Aggressive shot right there and missed. Knights still up by 5. Taking their time. Much more patient than the Bobcats.
I will say, Elliot, I like what Plymouth has done. They're sliding down low, getting a double team towards the baseline, causing these turnovers and these box out rebounds.
Trying to make them shoot from outside the arc. Haven't seen too much of that tonight from the Cats. Edmark on the wing. Looking for a pass. Finds Merrifield and passes off her foot. Ekstrom on the drive. Pulls up. And a long 3. No good right there for Rachel Bono.
Yeah, tough one for Bono. Just had the shot open and the angle open. Looks like we're going to have a timeout on the floor.
And Coach Dave Levesque showing some frustration towards his players. 6:45 left. And back here, 6:45 left in the second quarter. Doherty with control for the Cats. She takes a drive on the wing. Drops a man on her way.
Plymouth getting away with a travel there on the edge.
Nice pass by Levesque. Finds Merrifield, and she banks it in. Plymouth finding some momentum on the offensive side. Quick drive by the Knights. Rachel Bono. It will be a carry.
Yeah. Pressure heating up here for Plymouth, and you get the likes of Merrifield. That's the 3rd time we've seen her on the cut back door, trying to get open on a run to the basket. She's now 2 for 3 on those plays here tonight.
Levesque taking her time. Top of the key. Over to Manson. Looking for a pass. Has no one. Levesque looks to reset. Struggling on the offensive side, the Bobcats are, and Levesque drives and misses. And another rebound right there for Rachel Bono.
It's the 4th miss tonight for Levesque.
Long pass by Bono. She gets it back. And pass is fumbled. Ekstrom. Nice move right there by Ekstrom. She dishes it over to Bono. And intercepted by Doherty. Quick break. And she'll be stopped as she pulls up in the corner. Looking for a pass, finds Manson.
Great job by Ekstrom, getting down low, staying in front of Doherty there to slow up the Bobcats.
Merrifield's shot looked like it was tipped, and Doherty will have the rebound. She takes a drive into the paint, dishes it over to Manson, and mid-range jumpers miss, but Doherty's there to get the rebound and put it back up for 2. Bobcats only down by 1 here, just over 5 minutes left in the first half.
First points for Doherty here tonight. Gets the steal.
Intercepted by Doherty. She goes up and makes it in. You never know at the high school level. Those easy layups can always be questionable. And a timeout. Kingswood, 14-13. Plymouth takes the lead with 4:57 here left in the second quarter. And we are back here on Pemmy Baker TV and Granite State Sports Network as the Plymouth Bobcats find themselves up by 1, and Extra making a fast drive towards the basket and misses her shot. And it'll go out of bounds. Kingswood ball, it looks like.
It's a tough one there for Ekstrom, but Kopp there with a great screen at the elbow to set up that drive towards the hole.
And it looks like it will be.
Tough foul against Plymouth.
Edmark can't believe it.
Yeah, she thought she had the ball tied up, but got the arm in there. It's going to be her second personal.
Plymouth struggling with fouls in the first half. Sandu tried to intercept that one. Will be another green inbound.
Got to be careful, though, with that arm in the back. It's going to be bonus time coming up here for Kingswood.
Long pass over to Catalado. Into the corner, Shannon, and looks like she didn't expect that pass. Nice defense by Plymouth. It'll be another foul.
Yeah, it's a little push. I believe it's on Sandu, number 12 there. And we're going to have 1-and-1 the rest of the way for another 4.5 minutes. So chance for Kingswood to really break things open. It is Sandu's second.
Plymouth's 7th of the night.
Christian, her first.
Kingswood in the bonus. And Kopp misses her first and only. Levesque taking control, just under 4.5 left in the first half. Doherty looking for a pass, finds Edmark, top of the key. Finds Doherty in the paint, can't hold on to it. Sandu fighting, and it will be a green ball. Ekstrom, fast drive, dishes it back out to Kopp. She makes a move and takes the shot, and nice rebound right there, and that is Grace Saunders who banks it in for 2, and the Knights find themselves with a lead again. Long pass by Levesque over to Merrifield, and she banks it in for 2.
Great action here inside Plymouth Regional High School.
Bobcats picking it up offensively a little bit. Nice passing by the Knights, and a missed shot right there for Kopp. Merrifield fighting. Finds Levesque, long pass by Levesque for Doherty, over to Sandu. She goes up and misses it.
I think she got blocked, even though that was great ball movement by the Bobcats.
Their team chemistry, you can see, really kicking in now.
But it will be a foul on Plymouth, and it's Sandu, and it's going to be her second.
Sandu's second, Plymouth's 8, as there will be some subs coming on. Looks like Riley Keefe, Erilyn Scroggins, Molly Palumbo, and Olivia Homer all coming on. Some fresh legs out there on the court for the Bobcats. Ekstrom misses. Right there, Saunders had the rebound. It will be a Bobcat ball.
Ekstrom now 2 for 5 from the free throw line here this evening.
Homer over to Levesque. Levesque being patient, finds Palumbo, her first minute of this one. Good move by Palumbo. She drives and tries to find Scroggins on the outside. Looks like that pass was tipped by Alexis Kopp.
See Kingswood changing up their defense again. It's making it difficult for Plymouth to work down low. They went to man-to-man that opened up Merrifield a moment ago for a couple of drives in the lane. Now going back a little bit to that zone and getting another turnover.
Kopp with the steal in the corner. Ekstrom takes control. Nice, hard, fast drive by Ekstrom. She goes to the hoop and in and out, but gets the rebound. Grace Saunders, Homer on the break. She goes up and misses. Some couple fast breaks for both teams. As Catalado slows it down. Over to Saunders. She finds Ekstrom. And Homer tips the ball away, and it'll roll out of bounds for Kingswood Knight ball.
Good timing there by Homer, trying to knock it free. Bobcats leading by 1 here late in the first half.
Long pass. Saunders, and it will be Scroggins who comes up with it.
Miscommunication there as Saunders was looking for a feed for Kopp down low.
Levesque finds Keefe in the corner, and it'll be a travel right there on sophomore Riley Keefe. Another Bobcat turnover.
But they're staying aggressive, Elliott. They're trying to work down inside and get behind this defensive end here on Saunders on the near side.
Ekstrom over to Saunders. She finds Shannon in the corner, back to Saunders. Catalado, nice passing by the Knights. Long shot by Shannon, and she banks it in. Kingswood's first three of the night. 18-16, Knights find themselves up just over 2 minutes to go. Homer over to Keefe. Bobcats struggling to find an opportunity. And Levesque will reset the offense. Nice drive right there by Jordan Levesque.
Levesque, little pump fake there at the top of the key, able to drive into the lane. Easy little kind of floater from the lane.
Ekstrom over to Catalado.
Cataldo with a nice turnaround layup.
Nice job right there by the Knights. Find themselves up by 2. This first half coming to an end. Levesque with a nice mid-range jumper and misses. And that's Cataldo with the rebound. And she loses control. It will be a turnover. Some subs coming in. Looks like Molly Edmark, Amanda Doherty, Merrifield, and Elena Manson will check in. That starting lineup returning for the Bobcats.
I like this from head coach Levesque there for Plymouth, shot on.
Saunders misses the shot. Shannon with the rebound. Levesque comes up with it. Nice job by Levesque to break through some men. Drives and gets the shot off, but will go to the line for 2.
Again, her awareness of feeling the contact, going for the shot, but going back to the previous point, like this kind of full line subs, almost the hockey subs you see with Coach Levesque, and getting the fresh legs because you've got that 3-quarter press on. You're using that speed. You want to have those fresh legs constantly here throughout the game.
Levesque makes her first one. Nothing but net on that for Jordan Levesque.
It's now 2 for 3 from the line here this evening.
Plymouth down by 1. Looks like Rachel Bono coming back into this one. Levesque makes both free throws. She ties it up for the Bobcats. Bono over to Ekstrom. And Edmark intercepts it, got a finger on that. And she's driving, dishes it over to Doherty, and it looks like it's blocked by Grace Saunders.
Read that pass beautifully, just stayed in the passing lane and got her hands up. That's great defense.
Cataldo slows it down, back over to Saunders. And Cataldo goes up and misses. Manson can't get the rebound.
Yeah, it's off of Saunders trying to get that box out down low. Good work with her height down inside the paint, but unlucky break for Kingswood.
25 seconds left in this one. No shot clock in high school, just a little reminder. Plymouth may drain the clock.
Well, there's been talk about it. There's been a lot of stir in the media as of late.
Levesque with the long 3, banks it in. Clutch shot right there for Jordan Levesque. Give Plymouth the lead with just under 10 seconds.
First 3-pointer of the night.
Shot by Kingswood, and Plymouth will get the rebound. Edmark comes up with it, and that will do it for the first half.
Levesque who gets the block there as well the other way.
Levesque coming up clutch as she's Plymouth's key player. The Bobcats find themselves up by 3, 23-20 at the end of the first half on Granite State Sports Network and Pemmy Baker TV. And welcome back to Plymouth Regional High School. Elliott Miller alongside Dan Salzer as the Plymouth Bobcats find themselves up 23-20 here on Pemmy Baker TV and the Granite State Sports Network. And Dan, Plymouth finding a little bit of offensive flow late in the first half. What did you see differently from the first quarter?
They were able to read the defense a lot better in that second quarter. Came out 15 points in that second quarter, and really because of the likes of Levesque late in the quarter, but Merrifield on her 3 of 4 shooting.
And Kingswood early points here as that was a mid-range jumper right there for the Knights. 23-22. Levesque with the long shot and just misses. Levesque with one clutch three tonight. Nice drive right there by Cataldo, and it'll be a travel.
Yeah, tough one for her. Trying to go for the Eurostep. Thought she was going to have contact with a foul, but nothing coming, unfortunately, for her. But you look at it, we talked about it, Levesque. Game high, 12 points so far through the first half on 4 of 10 shooting, though.
Long pass over to Edmark in the corner. Looking for Manson at the top of the key. Finds Merrifield. Long two and off the front of the rim. Rebound right there by Grace Saunders. She gets her missed dribble, and Levesque with the rebound.
Yeah, Cataldo was expecting a foul and kind of throwing her arms at the official. Looked like a foul down here.
Crossover by Levesque. She drives towards the paint, goes up with a floater, gets her own rebound, goes back up, and nice job by Jordan Levesque. Great offensive play by the junior here early in the second half.
The leadership she brings, she's going to fight for every loose ball down low.
Knights a little bit scared here, looks like. Get their own rebound and can't pop it in. It'll be a Kingswood ball here. Plymouth find themselves up by 3, 25-22 with 6:35 left here in the third.
See, Plymouth's changing their little 2-3 zone at the moment.
A little mid-range floater right there by Cataldo. Kingswood can't find the basket, and they give it over to Levesque.
Yeah, that changed defensively, just as what Kingswood did to the Bobcats in the first half. Going to the zone away from the man-to-man has really changed the open areas for Kingswood. They weren't expecting to be open.
Levesque with the long three, and in and out right there. Merrifield with the rebound. Nice offensive rebound right there for Gwen Merrifield. Plymouth up by 5 here, 6 minutes left in the third.
Well, they teach you to follow up every single shot in youth basketball.
Shannon in the corner misses, and nice block right there.
Call foul instead.
Merrifield disagrees with that one.
I thought she had the hand on it, but they're going to say it was her other arm coming in with the hack on that block attempt.
And Annalise Cataldo coming to the line. She'll make her first one.
First time at the line for her this evening as Merrifield picks up her first personal foul, team's first.
Plymouth struggle with fouls in the first half. Cataldo misses her second. Levesque on the easy rebound. Over to Edmark on the wing.
They talk about Plymouth with fouls. They had 8 in the first half.
Manson tries to find Merrifield, but it's intercepted. Cataldo on the fast break. Knows Doherty's behind her, goes up for the layup. Can't get it. Nice rebound right there by Bonneau. And out of bounds. Looks like it will be Kingswood ball.
Yeah, Bonu just pleading for the foul on the arm. That's why it missed so wildly off to the right, but nothing coming from the officials.
Long pass, and it'll go back court.
It's legal on the inbound.
Doherty playing tight defense on Rachel Bono. Nice block by Levesque. Doherty battling for it. Over to Saunders. She goes up and is fouled. Will go to the line 4-2.
Saunders with great awareness, seeing the lane open on the right side and attacking at the basket as Manson never got her feet planted, was still shifting off to her left down towards the baseline as Saunders was working towards the basket.
Manson is only a sophomore, was on the varsity squad last year, but saw limited minutes.
It's her second personal foul.
And Saunders makes her first one. So it looks like Sandu will come in for Manson.
Saunders, first time at the line, now 1 for 1 this evening.
And she will take her second one with 5:16 left in the third quarter. And she misses both of them. Excuse me, she makes one. Levesque. Nice drive by Levesque. She goes up and can't make it in. Nice rebound there by Allison Drew. Back over to Shannon. She takes the long three. A little bit of a flat shot there. Merrifield on the rebound.
Yeah, she's going to be fouled going for that. A little contact down low with Drew.
Levesque struggled early on, but has been excellent especially in this second half.
Correction, it is on Saunders, so her first personal.
Doherty drives, goes up and off the bottom of the rim. Quick break right here by Cataldo. She does the Euro step again and is called for a travel again.
Yeah, just picked up a dribble. Good idea trying to cut back inside. The lane's been opened here in the second half against Plymouth. But just an unfortunate break there for the Knights.
Plymouth up by 3 here as Levesque finds Doherty on the wing. Doherty fakes the pass over to Sandu, finds Edmark baseline, and her shot is blocked. But she'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, she's fouled driving down low. Good work there. Nearly 3-second violation on Plymouth in the lane.
Edmark, one of 3 seniors on this Bobcat team.
First points for Edmark here tonight.
And she'll make both of them. Plymouth extends their lead by 5, just over 4:20 left in the third.
The biggest thing is Alexis Kopp now in foul trouble. 4 personal fouls here. We're still 4:16 to go in the third quarter.
And that pass was almost intercepted by Doherty. Possession is in Plymouth's favor, so they will get the ball. Levesque having an excellent game here so far. Struggled early on. Doherty likes to shoot outside the arc. That's what she's known for. Tries to find Sandu, but she fumbles the pass. And that will be a double dribble.
Yeah, just again, a different look from Kingswood. They're bouncing between that 2-3 zone and that man-to-man half court, and it's working because Plymouth hasn't been moving off the ball well enough in that man-to-man from Kingswood to get some passes open. If they could cut a little bit more, set up some screens around the perimeter, pretty much by the elbow, you're going to open up some lanes.
Megan Davey in the game now as she drives and misses. Edmark on the quick break, pulls up and banks it in for 2. Plymouth extends their lead 31-24 with 3:45 here in the third quarter. Plymouth starting to extend their lead a little bit. Davey, long shot off the glass, but picks up the rebound, and it's like Saunders was fouled on the way up.
That's why, again, she's a leader. She's the captain, getting down into the nitty-gritty, getting underneath the defense of the Bobcats and boxing out well, getting that offensive board and just getting fouled going back up to the basket.
And she will miss her first one.
She's now 1 for 3 tonight from the line, and all that being this quarter.
Olivia Homer and Erilyn Scroggins checking in. Some fresh legs out there, as we've seen Dave Levesque have an interesting subbing strategy today. Jump ball will go and be a Plymouth possession. Plymouth knew they had the possession arrow, wanted to fight for it there. Homer taking her time, has a shot, and will not take it. Finds Merrifield, she takes it over to the corner, almost fumbles it. Struggling to find someone that's open.
Yeah, looks like Plymouth got a timeout in time before the turnover.
Dave Levesque calls the timeout as the Bobcats find themselves up 31-24 here with 3:12 left in the third. And welcome back to Plymouth Regional High School as the Bobcats find themselves up 31-24 here on Pemmy Baker TV and Granite State Sports Network. We've seen Jordan Levesque really carry this Bobcat team to extend their lead a little bit. What have you seen from her, Dan?
The problem is this third quarter, she's only 1 for 5 from the floor, 0 for 2 from behind the arc. I'd like to see the ball get away from her. Use her like a Merrifield. We saw it before the timeout. Merrifield set the pick at the top of the key, broke off the weak side, not as quick as I would like it, as they were trying to feed her on the back door. I'd like to see more of that play.
Long pass from Levesque over to Homer. Back to Levesque. Doherty top of the key, long 3. No good. Plymouth struggling from behind the arc. And intercepted by Homer.
Yeah, late call, but they got her on the backcourt violation.
Unfortunate right there. Not much Homer could do. Plymouth playing a little more aggressively on the defensive side.
So they've now slid back into that man-to-man defense that worked so well in the first quarter.
Dangerous pass right there by Allison Drew. Right there, Saunders. It's like Doherty poked it away from her.
Very close, cringed up here. I thought Doherty was going to pick up a foul with a little arm bar in the back there against Saunders.
Saunders in the paint, back outside to Shannon. She takes the long three and banks it in. 2:35 left in the third.
Beautiful shot there from Saunders. You saw Plymouth collapse into the paint because they expected the shot coming in. It was actually Shannon, I should say, with that beautiful shot.
Merrifield fakes the shot, makes a move, and a mid-range jumper, and is blocked, but will go to the line for two.
Yeah, that block was more just getting her arm hacked there down low. They're going to call it on Banu for her first.
Merrifield will go to the line. Plymouth up by 4 here, and she will make her first one.
Merrifield now 1 for 3 from the line here this evening. Last time was in the first quarter she was at the line.
She makes both of them right there, and will check back onto the bench as Elena Manson comes in.
And Manson only 1 shot attempt, 0 for 1 from the floor here this evening.
Davey stripped by Homer, and it will be a Knights ball in the corner.
I mean, Elliot, how many times have we seen that from Plymouth, just waiting in that reach in to knock it free out of bounds?
Yeah, they're playing very aggressively defensively tonight. Not something we normally see, and right there it shows another block shot by the Bobcats, and the Knights got a shot off, but it will be no good. Homer with the rebound. Over to Levesque, long three, and no good. Back out Saunders on the rebound. Fast break Doherty trying to play defense, and tries to get a call there, but will not.
A nice offensive board and a foul back there the other way. Bonnie was going to the basket.
And she'll go to the line for 2. Doherty tried to get the offensive charge there. And Banu will make her first one to shrink the Plymouth lead.
First point since the first quarter.
Molly Edmark checking in for Amanda Doherty. And she makes her second one. Edmark, quick pass up to Homer. Kingswood wanted it to be called out of bounds there. Dangerous give over to Levesque. Long pass over to Edmark in the corner. Long two, makes it. Nice shot right there by Molly Edmark in the corner. 35-29. Minute 20 left in the third. Little 1-2 by the Knights. And Edmark will come up with the rebound.
It's a great ball movement, though, there by Kingswood. That little touch in, out, and it set up Davey with a perfect opportunity. Just had it rim out.
Homer hands it off to Levesque. Screen by Elena.
Oh, great hustle by Banu there to knock that one free and keep it in bounds.
Good passing by the Knights as Grace Saunders banks it in for 2. 45 seconds left. Kingswood only down by 4. Homer taking control for the Bobcats. Tries to find Manson and can't, and it's a wide open breakaway for the Knights. And right there, Shannon banks it in off the glass for the layup.
Here come the Knights. They struggled shooting here in the third quarter, but they're within 2, under 30 seconds.
35-33, 20 seconds left. Levesque pulls up outside the arc. Tough defense by the Knights. Hands it off to Edmark, and that'll be a travel. Not how you wanted to end this third quarter if you're the Bobcats.
Surprised Plymouth not using a full timeout here to try to settle things down, even though it's only 12 seconds left in the quarter.
They will pull Levesque. Doherty back in. Davey, long shot. Airballs it. Manson has it. And will be stuck on the baseline. 3 girls honor. And jump ball will be a Kingswood ball. Manson had Doherty running up the court. Shot right off, and looks like it beat the buzzer, but does not matter since it will not go in. And the Bobcats up 35-33 here on Pemmy Baker TV and the Granite State Sports Network as we head into the fourth quarter. And we are back here at Plymouth Regional High School as the Bobcats find themselves with a slim 2-point lead over the Kingswood Knights. And fans, for you watching on Pemmy Baker TV, be sure to stay tuned for the post-game interview with head coach Dave Levesque as Manson inbounds it to Doherty. Doherty taking control for the Cats now. Tight defense right here by Ekstrom. Merrifield almost lost it. Over to Levesque.
But before that, as Cataldo getting in the lane, knocking that one free and the dump in down low.
Levesque trying to create some space. Doherty over to Manson. She goes up and rolls it in. Plymouth extends their lead 37-33 here in the fourth.
Again, Kingswood hanging around at a 13-point second quarter. Bobcats with only 12.
Kingswood with a little bit of offensive momentum coming into this quarter. Ekstrom over to Banu, who finds Shannon in the corner, and she'll make another three. Great shot right there. Kingswood coming back. 1-point lead for the Bobcats with 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, look at it.
Levesque with the floater. Misses. Will be a rebound by Anna Ekstrom. Quick break. Edmark trying to play defense, and she will get the rebound after Katie Shannon misses her shot.
Shannon really coming alive here with Grace Saunders struggling. Only 2 of 6 that last quarter with 5 points though. But Shannon, 5 points in a row, now a three-pointer, really heating up for the Knights.
Manson finds Merrifield in the paint, and she's able to bounce one in. Had the fans on the edge of their seat as you couldn't tell which one that was going to go. But Plymouth finds themselves with a 3-point lead with 6:26 left here in the fourth. And welcome back to Plymouth Regional High School. As we are in a timeout right now, the Bobcats with a slim 3-point lead. 6:26 here left in the fourth on Pemmy Baker TV and Granite State Sports Network. Plymouth playing very aggressively on the defensive side of the ball today. We've seen Levesque have a couple of nice clutch steals and a lot of passes that have just been tapped out of bounds for the Bobcats. So the Knights will start with it.
Problem is Levesque's missed 11 shots here this evening.
Rachel Banu will take control. Dishes it over to Saunders. Saunders trying to find someone, finds Ekstrom, and it's Merrifield with the steal, and we'll over to fellow junior Jordan Levesque. Doherty in the corner, and in and out for the three. Levesque on the rebound, and we'll go to the line for two. Nice job by Levesque to jump up and snag that one and draw the foul.
A tough one for Ekstrom trying to get back. That opened up the shot for Doherty in the corner for that three-point attempt, but the good hustle just down low. That's what we saw Kingswood doing against Plymouth last quarter now. Plymouth getting the better edge inside.
See if Levesque can make it a two-score game. She misses her first one. Plymouth up 39-36 with 6 minutes left in the fourth.
Levesque now 3 for 5 from the charity stripe this evening.
Looks like Alexis Kopp will check back in. And Levesque misses both of them. Something's off about her shot tonight. It will be a Plymouth ball, though.
And still a lot of time, just under 6 minutes remaining. Great work there from Saunders to tip that one on the inbound.
And Kopp gets it and dishes it over to Ekstrom. Ekstrom finds Kopp. Saunders behind the arc. Good defense by Merrifield. And it will be a push on Gwen Merrifield.
That'll be her second. Team's fifth. Both teams with 5 here in the second half, so gotta be careful of the bonus again, Elliot, the rest of the way coming up.
Saw that. Plymouth struggled with fouls in the first half, early on in the first half too. Long shot right there for Kingswood. Well, it looks like it will be a long two.
But again, it's Katie Shannon coming alive now. 5 points this quarter.
1 point game as Molly Edmark, can't believe it, but she'll be called for a travel. 5:35 here left in the fourth. 1 point game, and Kingswood with the ball.
Ken Shannon, 10 points here in the second half for the Knights. Really finding her groove.
Saunders finds Bonneau, and she can't make the shot. Doherty with the quick break. Pulls up. Long pass over to Levesque. She takes a long three, and no good. Merrifield on the rebound. Over to Levesque. Little floater, and another missed shot for Jordan Levesque. Levesque on the wing again. Another shot, and finds the basket for that one. 3 points right there for Jordan Levesque, her second of the night, as the Bobcats are up 42-38. And it will be a timeout. Kingswood. It's a big shot right there by Jordan Levesque. And the Bobcats find themselves up 42-38 with 4:57 here left in the fourth. And back here now as the Bobcats find themselves with a little bit more of a comfortable lead, but it's still a close one between the Kingswood Knights and the Plymouth Bobcats. 42-38 with 4:57 here left in the fourth. And this one could very easily come down to the wire, Dan.
Yeah, you want Plymouth to really control the ball here, try to use up that time with the lead they have, work it back to Merrifield. She's been hot here at times this evening.
Long shot right there by Shannon in the corner. She misses. Levesque takes control, finds Edmark in the paint, and misses the layup. Manson with the rebound, but can't do anything with that.
That's a tough one there for Edmark. She wants that one back for sure.
Nice block right there by Merrifield. Will not be called for the foul.
A good job by Merrifield, getting her hands up, getting that swat, not really coming over the top and making contact with the arm.
Plymouth playing tight defense. Kingswood with a long two. No good. Manson fighting for it. And will be a jump ball. Possession arrow in favor of Kingswood.
Bonu 0 for 4 here in the second half. Only 2 points last quarter with those free throw attempts.
Long pass by Saunders over to Bonu. Shannon stuck in the corner. Saunders, long two, and nice little shot there by Grace Saunders.
Great move by her, driving in, a little step back, got the defenders to back off, open up the shot opportunity.
42-40, just over 4 minutes left here in the fourth. Merrifield with the ball, top of the key. Almost fumbles it, looking for a pass, finds Doherty. She takes the three. No good for Amanda Doherty. Kingswood on the rebound. Doherty almost had that strip right there.
The problem is Doherty 0 for 6 from behind the arc here tonight.
Her and Levesque like to shoot. Levesque right there with the tipped pass. Saunders for the three off the front of the rim, and Levesque will get the rebound in the corner.
I like that by Plymouth, allowing Saunders to shoot way out top, get the numbers down low for that rebound.
Levesque with another three. No good, and Kingswood will get the rebound. Levesque taking a lot of shots tonight.
So we have a foul here on Plymouth, though. And it is.
Molly Edmark frustrated with a lot of calls tonight.
But that's now the 6th team foul on Plymouth, so bonus time coming up with the fouls the rest of the way for Kingswood.
3:15 here left in the fourth, and that's huge advantage for Kingswood as it's such a close game. And Merrifield able to get it over to Levesque.
But they've got to take advantage of it, Elliott. They've got to drive at Plymouth and force Plymouth to commit the foul.
Levesque taking a lot of shots. Merrifield at the top of the key.
Got to move off the ball.
Finds Levesque. She takes a long two, and no good. Kingswood on the rebound. Ekstrom struggling. And it looks like she'll draw the foul from Elena Manson.
That's what we talked about because of that. Bonus time now, 1-1 the rest of the way.
And that's huge for Kingswood. Not a comfortable lead for Plymouth. Only 2 points with 42-40 with 2:45 left in the fourth.
You got the sophomore Anna Ekstrom at the line. She's 2 for 5 here this evening.
She misses, and Levesque will get the rebound. She'll take it up herself, finds Edmark. She takes the three, and no good for Molly Edmark. And Levesque playing full court press. but they get the pass off over to Saunders.
Too much separation between those top two at the opposing baseline and the space in the middle of the court.
Saunders baseline drive, dishes it back over to Shannon. Good defense by Levesque. Good passing by the Knights, but can't get a shot off.
A foul underneath the basket after that shot attempt, though.
Will be a Plymouth ball. And a timeout Kingswood as the Bobcats find themselves with a slim 2-point lead. It is 42-40 with 2:12 left here in the fourth, and we'll be right back. And welcome back, fans, as the Bobcats find themselves with a slim 2-point lead, 42-40 with 2:12 here left in the fourth. Dave Levesque talking to his team right now, but this Kingswood Knight team not giving up, trying to get their first win, and they're very close.
Again, when we talked with head coach Levesque before the game during warmups, and he said you never can underestimate a team despite that 0-5 record for Kingswood. You know, at some point they're going to be like, hey, we want to get this monkey off our back. They have the caliber team. They've had it here, especially in the second half. Besides that second corner, they've been toe-to-toe with Plymouth all night long, and they're getting that clutch shooting from Katie Shannon. But Plymouth really has to control. They're rushing their shots. They're trying to work. You know shot clock. You got to be aware of the situation. You've got 2:12 to go. You're up by 2. But you look at Jordan Levesque here in the fourth quarter alone. She is 1 for 6 from the floor and 1 for 3 from behind the arc.
And you talk about Levesque as she has the ball right now for the Bobcats, taking it across half court. She pulls up with the long 2 and another missed shot for Jordan Levesque. Kingswood will reset. Grace Saunders takes it. She'll drive to herself. Elena Manson playing tight defense, but Saunders banks it in off the glass to tie it up.
That's what you got to do. Plymouth is in foul trouble. They have that bonus time for Kingswood. You've got to drive against Plymouth. Saunders gets the easy layup.
1:35 left here in the fourth. Ball in the hands of Jordan Levesque. She finds Merrifield. It's in the paint, and another Kingswood rebound. Able to get it over to Shannon. Kingswood, a lot of offensive momentum coming in after that timeout.
Bobcats just have to keep their composure.
Nice little move right there by Anna Ekstrom, but misses her shot. Just over a minute here left in the fourth. It's coming down to crunch time for both teams. Doherty in the corner, long 3. Banks it in. Clutch shot by Amanda Doherty to extend the Plymouth lead. 45-42, 55 seconds. Elena Manson with the steal. Levesque slowing it down for the Bobcats. Time's ticking away. And Kingswood will foul.
It's Bonu reaching in there to stop it. It's going to put bonus time up, but you've got it at this point. But Doherty, you look at her line, not great. Now 1 for 7 from behind the arc, but what a clutch three-pointer for her on the left side.
Plymouth looking to extend the lead, make it a 2-score game with just over 45 seconds left. And Levesque misses, and it'll be a jump ball. Plymouth ball. Questionable call for a jump ball.
Yeah, tough one there against Kingswood. Plymouth will take it for sure.
Will be a white ball. Doherty in the corner. Thought about taking another one, but
smart play to move that back out to the point.
Almost hands it off. There'll be another foul on the Knights, and Doherty will go to the line. If the Kingswood Knights can keep their composure, they are still in this game, by no means in the bonus. Both teams are. They need to make their foul shots and draw some fouls.
But again, it's only a one-possession game. You've got Doherty, who hasn't been in the line tonight.
She'll make her first one. That's a big shot for the Bobcats.
Yeah, you make it 2 possession or a desperate 3 with a foul, and you never know. Plymouth's been very aggressive. They could have a foul on a 3-point shot, but you need to hit this one here.
This game coming down to the wire as Doherty makes 2 of them. Huge free throws for the Bobcats. 47-42, just over 30 seconds left. Ekstrom fumbles, and Merrifield comes up with it. And it will be possession, which is in favor of Kingswood. Nice fight there by Merrifield. Try and come up with it.
Again, you get that turnover, that bobble at the top of the key. We have another timeout on the floor.
And that will be on Kingswood. The Bobcats have a 5-point lead here with just over 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And fans, welcome back to Plymouth Regional High School. As the Bobcats do have a 2-score lead, 47-42, with just over 25 seconds left in this fourth quarter. But no means the Knights are out of this, so they're playing with some grit tonight, trying to dig up their first win.
Again, you look at it, yes, you're going to have to take a three. You're going to have to drive in and try to force a foul against Plymouth. Plymouth, step back into the zone, give up the shot. You've got that 2-possession lead right now with 26.7 to go. Allow Kingswood to have it, try to force a rebound on a rush shot.
Kingswood with possession. Ekstrom dishes it over to Bonu. She takes a shot. And no good. Plymouth with the rebound. They'll foul Levesque, so she'll go to the line for a 1-and-1.
Yeah, fourth foul on Bonner. No choice there, but got a little worrisome. Plymouth stepping up, nearly got called for the blocking foul inside the key. But now a chance to ice it right here at the line.
15.8 seconds left in this one as Jordan Levesque is at the line. Struggled shooting tonight, but she'll make that one to make it a 6-point lead for the Bobcats.
4 for 8 from the line for her tonight. 1 for 4 this quarter.
And that should seal it for the Bobcats.
But
clock is ticking.
Take nothing away, Elliott of Kingswood. They have played fantastic here on the road.
Very aggressive, as you can see, fighting for it on the floor right there. It will be a Plymouth ball, though, with 7 seconds left. Kingswood did not give up all night, played this one right down to the wire.
And again, you look at it, they're coming off for over a week's break. They last played on the 3rd of January with a 74-25 loss at home against Hanover. Great showing by them here this evening.
And they will foul Merrifield, so she'll go to the line. 4 seconds left.
But here, for Plymouth to get 2 wins in this 4-game homestand, it really sets you up well. You move back to 500 if all goes well here in the final 4.4. And this is a really big momentum builder heading into that that really big second half of the season for that playoff run.
Well, we knew this team had it, and they played a tough Kennett team last week and kept with them. Only a 6-point loss. And that's an excellent team up there in Kennett. And the Bobcats, I was talking to Jordan Levesque. She said their freshman year, they only scored 5 points against that team. As the buzzer goes off, and the Bobcats get their 3rd win of the year. 50-42 is the final score from Plymouth Regional High School here. And Dan, thank you for joining me tonight.
Thank you for being on as well, Elliot. It's been a blast.
And that will be all for us, from me, Elliot Miller, and my producer, Andrew Fenn. Thank you for joining us tonight, and be sure to stay tuned if you're watching from Femi Baker TV for the post-game interview. We'll see you next time. And I am down here with head girls basketball coach Dave Levesque. And Coach, tonight, congratulations on a big win, your 3rd of the season. You were down early in the first quarter. What did you do defensively to switch it up?
I think when we talked at the end of the first quarter, we talked about having heart, and it was all about us getting the loose balls. I thought Kingswood outplayed us in the first quarter and a lot of the second quarter, but our girls decided to take a little responsibility onto themselves and to challenge themselves and get those loose balls, and challenge the Kingswood team defensively. And once we did that, the game started becoming a little bit easier for us.
All right, coming into tonight, we knew Grace Saunders, number 11, was the highlight of this Kingswood team. What did you tell your girls coming in to do to stop her?
I think for her is she creates a mismatch all over the place because she's big and she can post us up, and also she can shoot the 3. So we weren't sure to go with Gwen or to go with Amanda. At the end of the day, we ended up going with Gwen, and luckily we were able to contain her just enough to be successful tonight.
All right, at the end of the game, we saw Amanda Doherty hit a clutch 3 to kind of run away with the win. What do you have to say about her and her work ethic so far?
So it's great. First of all, as a senior who's been a varsity starter for 4 years, or a varsity player for 4 years, it was awesome to see her come through with the clutch. She'd missed a shot in the corner before, and I said, Amanda, keep shooting. You'll make the next one. Next trip down, she makes a 3, makes 2 free throws. We go from even to up 5, and for a senior to step up and have that success is so exciting for us, and I'm so proud of her for coming through. Right now she's known for her defense and how hard she plays, but to have her make those shots was incredible for us.
All right, Coach, thank you for joining me tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And that'll do all as the Plymouth Bobcats come away with a 50-42 win here at Plymouth Regional High School. I'm Elliot Miller, signing off for Pemmy Baker TV and Granite State Sports Network, and we'll see you next time.